Good morning. There's Chelsea. I haven't gotten ready for the day, but I probably won't, to be honest. I'm not feeling as good today as I was yesterday.
Did you have a good nap? Yeah, how are you? Did you have a good nap, baby?
So Chelsea woke up from her nap, and I started to put away Christmas stuff, but right after I started that, she woke up. So I will slowly but surely work on that all day. Every time I start recording this, she starts to get wiggly. There you go, Chels. Okay, so I just put her down on her play mat with her toys because she was just not wanting to hold still. Any pregnant woman is obsessed with baby names. So I am going to tell you the story of how we chose Chelsea's name, and it was not an easy process. Choosing the name was one of the hardest parts about being pregnant. I felt so stressed about what we were going to name her. So the problem was that Josh and I had very different ideas of names. All the names that I liked, he didn't like, and all the names he liked, of course, I didn't like. And the few that we agreed on, she's crazy. So the few names that we agreed on, there were problems with them eventually. So the first name that we agreed on was Callie, and we really wanted a C name or a K name just for the alliteration, like Callie Cardelli, you know, like something like that. And now that she's here, I'm so glad she's not named Callie, because to me she doesn't look like a Callie at all. Once we found out she was a girl, like at week 17, and until like 24 weeks, she was named Callie. So she was Callie for a really long time, and we called her Callie. Then there was family drama regarding the name Callie, and I was really upset. I didn't want to let it go, but we decided to let it go. After Callie, we went to the name Kendall, and that was her name. I loved Kendall, like loved Kendall. Josh was never really sold on it, and once it was like a week before we were going to have her, we had been calling her Kendall the whole time up until that point, and he was like, you know, I don't think that's her name, and I'm like, no, why? We were talking about names again a week before my due date, maybe even less than that, maybe a few days before my due date. We were talking about names again, and there were so many names that we both liked, and we could not narrow it down. We couldn't agree on anything. We were getting nowhere. We narrowed it down to 16 names, and as a joke, I made like a bracket chart, like a tournament bracket with the 16 names, and we were going to find the best name that way. It was a joke, right? But this is actually how we picked out her name. So this was our bracket. Our top 16 names were Annalisa, Haley, Camilla, Alessandra, Miley, oh, I liked Miley, Natalie, Chelsea, Callie, Evie, Noelle, Molly, Kendall, Alessia, Blair. Oh my gosh, I loved Blair. Blair was my absolute favorite one, Blair and Kendall. But once I found out he didn't like Kendall, I was fighting for Blair. Holly and Millie. Neither of us really liked Chelsea, you know, more than other ones. It was not either of our favorites, but thank goodness for this bracket. We narrowed it down to the top 4, which were Alessandra, Chelsea, Kendall, and Millie. But we took this with us to the hospital. Josh actually chose Chelsea. I was holding her, you know, minutes after she was born, and he said, you know, she's Chelsea. She looks like a Chelsea. I'm gonna save that forever. I wish I scrapbooked, because I would put it in a scrapbook. But for sure, if we have another girl, I will be considering names off of this list again. All right, let's see what Chelsea's up to. Hi. Look how she's sideways, like she did this on her own. She was completely straight and she managed to turn herself somehow. Are you eating it? You're crazy.
Good job.
So I got all of Christmas put away except the tree, so that's next. But woo, I'm already feeling better. Oh, and this thing because it gets its own bag. But yeah, I'm feeling much better about my house now that Christmas is getting put away. Just after Christmas is over, it just feels so like dirty. Like the Christmas stuff is dirty. If you don't know, if you haven't watched some of my older videos, Chelsea has a dairy allergy, and because I breastfeed, I have to also eat dairy free or else she will have an allergic reaction. So that's really hard for me. Being dairy free is one of my hardest challenges, but yeah, this is one of my favorite dairy free snacks. It's so good. It's a rice cake with peanut butter and bananas. So Josh is on his way home from work. Chelsea will be really glad to see him. She just adores him. So I'm excited for him to get home, but Chelsea has been sleeping so much today, and when she's not sleeping, she's eating. Like, I don't know if it's because she's growing so quickly right now, like a growth spurt, but oh my gosh, this is like her 5th like real nap. Like, she'll do this thing where she'll fall asleep for a few minutes and then wake up, but this is like, sorry, the brightness. This is like the 5th time that she slept for like a deep sleep for a long time. Like, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on, but it's probably good for her to get some sleep, so I'm definitely encouraging it. She's so stinking cute.
Yeah, we're going night night. Huh. Say good night. Thanks